So is YouTube actually gonna shut down my channel? And as I did say, I am actually gonna shut down a channel on YouTube. So pretty much what's gonna happen is any channel that potentially could be deemed as something a kid might consume can actually be created and deemed as a channel created for kids and is creating kids-like content, such as the Brickman Show. This actually used to be a big channel, and I actually attempted to create a multiple amount of different channels, and this was one of those. This was at the time that you can monetize any channel and get paid by views. But because this channel didn't have enough views, it got demonetized. Also, this channel itself has a lot of content that supposedly is based and is created just for kids because it has something to do with Legos. And because of that, any video in it could be a kid-like thing that they can consume. So if you go to YouTube Help, you're gonna find additional information about this. But there is very important information over here that is presented to you, and I want to make it as clear as possible. So what happens when your content is set to made for kids? Well, this means a few things. Starting January, we will actually start disabling certain features like comments, notifications, and others. You may see small changes as we experiment and refine our systems over the next few months. More importantly, we won't serve personalized ads on kids' content as required by the Children Online Privacy Act, otherwise known as COPPA. Not serving personalized ads on kids' content might result in decrease in revenue for some creators who marked the content as made for kids. This is why this is so important. Now, another thing that is also very important is what happens if you disagree if the video is made for kids. So for example, if the video is already set as made for kids, and of course you go ahead and change it and you don't think YouTube is correct, YouTube itself might actually go back to your channel and reset it for you and actually set it as made for kids once again. And because of this, it is so essential for you to go to FTC to get the actual facts, so you know exactly what this is required. So either that or you go to a lawyer, and I do suggest for you to go to a lawyer, and you have to read this huge article that's going to tell you everything about this and what's going to happen if you don't actually listen to the Federal Trade Commission. But this is essential and important. If you want to do business on YouTube, you definitely have to comply with this act. And because of that, reading this entire thing is very essential and important. The channel itself right now doesn't have anything that actually says it is made for kids. The reason for that is because I set this channel that this channel is not a kids channel. Because I did this, it actually removed everything that says it was made for kids, and it posted right back to it that it's not made for kids, totally changing whatever YouTube specified is made for kids. Therefore, I have to go through every single video once again and change the setting itself. So how do you do this? The first thing you're gonna go is go and press on setting. As you go and press on setting, you have to go where it says channel, press on advanced setting. And over here, what you want to do is not say, no, this channel is not made for kids. Instead, say, I want to review this setting for every single video. Once you do this, you're going to go through every single video, and it has to be done in the Creator Studio, not the classic one, the original one. And then you have to set every single one of those by viewing the video and think if this is kids related or not. And then if it is, just say, yes, it is made for kids, and press on save. And now this video is in compliance with YouTube policies. Lots of things to cover in this video, and especially for people who are new to YouTube, who are making videos right now, there has been something that just hit the news. This is big. Huge, ever since the ad apocalypse that happened a few years back. So what is happening with YouTube? Pretty much YouTube itself been caught in violation of a technicality. There was a rule about COPPA, and it was passed in 1998, which means that if there is kids who are using the internet, they're not really supposed to sign up, and specifically, you're not supposed to collect information from them. Well, guess what? YouTube not only let them sign up to YouTube, watch videos, they also collected information from them. And they have millions of files on them. So there has been a settlement. YouTube paid 100 million or so fine for this. And now it is going to comply with this ruling. But what it could have done instead, it could have just kicked every single kid who is not supposed to be on this channel or any of those YouTube channels, period, of the actual YouTube. That's one thing it could have done. Two, it could have deleted all those millions of files on those kids that it's been using to make money with. But no, YouTube instead decided it's gonna instead delete channels, let the government find the channels, find money, and let them comply themselves. So pretty much they're moving this issue from their responsibility to us the creators, as if we have anything to do with their issue that they actually failed to comply with. Unfortunately, this is going to affect so many different people, and it's going to affect two different classes of people: viewers and the creators themselves. So since a lot of traffic is going to come in directly first to this video from my own two different channels, and also is coming directly from the class that I teach about YouTube and about Legos, we have to cover first this piece, which actually is how does it affect creators themselves and Legos. How does it affect that? So if you are a video creator and you're creating stuff right now, first off, the information I'm going to be supplying right now is not good enough. You have to actually not only view YouTube stuff, and you have to view it officially from YouTube, you actually have to check it out on FCC, and also consult your lawyer. That's right, you have to consult your lawyer to make sure you're doing this correctly. But I'm going to give you a little bit information about this, just enough to get you understand where this is going at. First of all, anything that is deemed could be potentially made for kids has to be marked as for kids video. 2. Any video that is not marked for kids, but it is targeting kids, is going to be in violation of COPPA. Because YouTube is collecting information on that video. It actually means it is in violation. But YouTube is not going to get fined because it's violating this law. It's going to be you, the creator, who is going to have to pay $42,000. Worse, YouTube is going to go ahead and shut down accounts that it thinks the content itself is not right, the content itself is geared toward kids. I don't know, it's going to go through a lot of channels and just arbitrarily shut them down. This is big. It's going to shut down any channel that it doesn't think is doing the compliance correctly. Now, better shut down the channel than actually go through and let the government fine you to $42,000 for each violation. There's going to be so many inactive channels that are on YouTube right now that nobody went in and marked which is for kids, which is not. So YouTube is going to go through right now, is going through and marking everything what is for kids and what is not. But this is not correct. This is the big key. YouTube doesn't really know what is in violation and what is not, because it is outsourcing this to a private party, or it is outsourcing this to the computer itself that is trying to determine what is in violation and what is not. Meaning, the computer can only do so much. You have to actually go through the channel itself and make sure you're in compliance with COPPA. So there's going to be a huge amount of channels who are going to let YouTube do the stuff for them. And they're going to get either fined or they're going to get shut down starting January. This is big. This is huge. This is worse than anything you can imagine. It's like the government just coming in after all those creators on YouTube, the channels they don't like, and they're going to just shut them down. The reason why they're shutting them down is that they don't want this content to be on YouTube. They want this content to be on TV. It is practically that, or on paid channels. They don't want kids to be exposed to things that are potentially inappropriate on YouTube. I understand their point of view, but this has nothing to do with that whatsoever. In fact, this is A way to make money, B, to clean up YouTube, C, drive traffic from YouTube to Disney channels, to paid channels, to cable sourcing, to places like that, and get rid of all those channels right off from YouTube itself. It is pretty much it. This is what it comes down to. Does it protect kids? Kind of, but it doesn't. The content is still going to stay on YouTube. You can still watch that stuff. You can still find those things. But what it really harms, a lot of it is going to get removed. A lot of those channels that have been creating content for kids are actually going to either get eliminated, they're going to shut them down, they're going to shut themselves down, they're going to stop doing it. And here's why. The stuff that you are making for kids, or even if you're not making for kids, let's use my channel for an example. I have 60 plus videos on this channel that are geared toward kids. In fact, I have another channel that was all has to do with Legos. None of those videos, almost none, maybe like 2 to 3 of them, were even intended to be for kids 13 and under. And if it was purely by a coincidence, not by design whatsoever. But the way the wording legally is, anything that potentially could be consumed by a kid is a kid content. Because it is worded like this, it means every single video that I have created that has to do with Legos could potentially be constructed as geared toward kids. If it says on the box, the theme of this stuff is for age 5 to 13, that's a kid's product, but it's not. Because a lot of adults collect it and use it for mochas, creating your own stuff, and a lot of adults buy it as well. The reviews themselves have nothing to do with nothing to do with kids. It has to do with like the review of the product, which I actually been doing. No kids under 13 is even supposed to be. Sign up to YouTube, period. Now, this is not just as simple as that, but the big thing about you being compliant with YouTube is what's going to happen next to the actual video itself. And this is big. This is why huge amount of YouTube channels are going to get started getting closed. So we have made one of them made for kids. And here is what's going to happen to the actual video itself. The video is set made for kids. Comments and personalized ads are going to be disabled for privacy reasons. Because of that, it cannot get trending because no comments can be posted on the video itself. The only thing that can be actually posted is thumbs up or thumbs down. Next thing, personalized ads are disabled as well, meaning your income will drastically drop. Also, YouTube is not going to target or feature those videos, meaning they are not going to be discovered as easily on YouTube unless your channel has a lot of fans. Which actually means this video itself is going to rank low, you're going to get paid less, and you're not going to get as many views. Because this channel is not getting paid for it anyway, I really could care less if all the content on this channel is made for kids or not. And to be in compliant, I rather take it on the side of caution and set every single video as being set for kids. From some unknown reason, it went ahead and set some of my videos as made for kids already. And here it is. It just did it right there because I actually put in that this channel, I'm gonna set this all by myself, which is for kids, which is not. So the algorithm itself right now went in through every single one of my videos and set them if it is a kid's video or it's not. So the custom markers and some of the custom markers that I have created have been set as not for kids. The reviews of actual sets have been set as for kids. So this is big. The channel intro has been set not for kids. So every single marker has been set as not for kids, which is very interesting here. So what it actually tells you is that as long as the videos don't actually go ahead and talk about something that a kid might consume, or the set itself is a specific set that a kid might consume, then those videos are not going to be set by YouTube algorithm as it is made for kids. So every one of my custom set is not set as made for kids. The do-it-yourself sets are not set as made for kids. Just the review sets are set as made for kids here. So this gives you an idea of what is made for kids, what is not, and how it actually figures this out. Also, build it yourself custom things that I posted up there are also things that are not made for kids. Interesting enough, the Lego Velociraptor outhouse destroyed. For some reason, it is made for kids. And I think it has a lot to do with the set numbers themselves. Once you put the set numbers right on the actual video, it will automatically figure out if it is made for kids or it's not, based on the age this set actually made for. So I think that's how it figures out what is made for kids, what's not. Now, if you want to make sure that the kids will never watch this video, you can go ahead and set it to be 18 plus. That's another way that you can actually do this. So right now, my channel is within compliance. It went ahead, YouTube, and set everything how it's supposed to be. But since this channel is not really getting this much traffic, and I'm not getting any money off any of those videos on this channel, what I'm going to be doing is shutting down this entire channel, unfortunately. Now, just because this channel is shut down doesn't mean you can't watch this content somewhere else. My actual main channel has 610 videos. Out of those, I have about 60 videos that have to do with Legos, all combined. Those videos that you actually see over here are featured on my main channel. So although I'm going to be shutting down all the videos on my mini channel, I'm actually going to gradually move all the videos from that channel to the main channel. And the main channel already has the majority of videos already on it. So this is something for you to keep in mind, that although I'm shutting the miniature channel down, the big channel is still going to keep the Lego oriented content in it. One thing for you to understand is that new content that has to do with Legos might be produced sometime in the future, depending what YouTube is actually going to do with this. So once all this stuff is going to get settled, I'm going to have a very good viewpoint of where this is headed. And then I will figure out if it is worth it for me to go ahead and post some content that has to do with it. One of the things that I have created that unfortunately might actually go and become restricted is this one right here, where I created this video, Trump versus Hillary boxing match live action, which is kind of cool, really cool thing that I did. Unfortunately, this has to be marked as 18 plus just because of the content that is not really kid friendly. And plus, who knows, what if YouTube decides one day to go ahead and shut down this channel anyway, because it is kind of questionable. Is this a kids channel? Is it not? Because half of the stuff is made for kids and half is not. It's set by itself. And some of the stuff, I don't even know what it considers it. I mean, it says it's not for kids, but is the FCC gonna go and change its mind? Is this made for kids? Is it not? This is such a gray area that you rather get this right than wrong, meaning a little error on the side of caution instead. This guy is big on YouTube. He just got big into reviewing Lego sets, and he also sees the same exact thing too, that a lot of the stuff that he went ahead and created, as long as he created it based on adult stuff, it actually said demonetize this video. So some channels got totally demonetized or are gonna get demonetized starting January. My channel itself, the content really is not really kids about. Because of that, not that many videos got actually affected by this. So out of 600 videos, about 60 of them are potentially made for kids. Some of the interesting things that have been actually and had to do with this is some of my reviews. So one of the few videos that did get flagged as potentially for kids is the following, which is Scant-based Thinking Potty, and I made 3 different videos that have to do with this. Fortunately for me, those videos are not getting much traction, nor do I really care if nobody is really gonna watch them after they go ahead and become kid-friendly videos. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is going through a few different popular creators on YouTube and seeing how this actually might affect their business and what's going to happen to those channels. One of which is the Brick Tsao. Unfortunately, almost his entire channel is being affected by this. Almost every single video he has created is going to get effectively demonetized in 2 months. He has to do something big now. Either stop what he's creating, change the channel around and gear it more toward adult collectors. And this is going to be super tricky. So people like him, probably making around $500, maybe up to $1,000 a month on YouTube, are going to see a drastic salary cut in the next few months. So this is big for a lot of small channels. Some channels that are making millions of dollars, they're going to see a big, huge, drastic income drop in the next few months as well. So a lot of kids-based content is actually no longer going to be featured on YouTube. So one thing you want to do right now, watch as many of those videos as you can while you still can from those popular creators I'm going to go into right now, because soon enough some of those channels might either disappear, some of the content might get removed, or of course the people who are making the content for those channels might just go ahead and decide to close down the entire channel. The Evan2 channel, this is a big channel, 6 million subs over here. You can see huge subs traffic drop, huge drop in the past few weeks. Why? The question is, he used to get like 700 subs a day, and huge down, big time in this month. Why is that? Why is he getting almost no traffic? Looks like YouTube itself is not moving any traffic to this channel. It is shadow banning this entire channel because it is doing reviews on kid-based stuff. This whole entire channel is with a kid who is making kid-like reviews, direct in violation of YouTube itself. So what is YouTube is going to do about this? I think this channel is probably going to get shut down. More than likely, all the stuff is going to get moved to just for kids. And if it is, it means that not only this channel is not going to get this much money, it is still could be in violation of the FCC rule because it is using a kid to review every single one of those videos. This is very questionable, and I'm not sure what's going to happen to a channel such as this. Furthermore, any channel that does animations, Legos, stuff like that could get impacted big time, huge. Some of those channels could actually overnight lose their entire way of making money. This is huge, big deal. Here is another interesting channel. This guy is huge also, Lens210. Lens210, he is making things, and you can see his subs, huge drop in his subs the last week. And he used to get thousands of people watching his stuff. Now he has hundreds, and this is within a month. Huge drop, huge drop. And now it is dropping to almost nothing. What is going on here? YouTube is shadow banning this channel too. Why is that? There's a lot of stuff that is geared, kind of geared toward kids. Not on purpose, accidentally. This guy, he used to start his channel pretty young, 18, 17 I think. And a lot of his content is geared toward younger kids. Some of it is, and some of it is not. It is questionable. So giant candy store in my house, geared toward kids accidentally, not on purpose. Stuff like ninja, cut off his hand, that's inappropriate for YouTube. Lots of stuff here, lots of really, this channel is going all over the place with what's appropriate for YouTube, what is not. And because of that, because it is kind of geared toward kids, it looks like this channel might get smashed big time when January actually comes, unless he goes ahead for every single one of his videos and make sure that it either is 18 plus or it goes and actually moves toward just for kids videos. And that's the big deal here. This is the biggest deal of them all, is that there is no middle ground. Either it is for kids or it's not. Or you're not making any kid stuff, period. There is nothing in the middle. If something is gray in the middle, it is a gray area and you can get sued. You can get $42,000 fine. And a channel such as this, even though he's probably pulling millions a year on this channel, 5 or 6 videos with that violation, 10 videos under that violation, this is some serious, huge money. And for small channels such as mine, I don't even make anything close to over like $300 a month. So for me, there is no reason for me to even contest something like this. Here's another channel here, Into the Dojo, totally inappropriate channel, and who knows, our kid's gonna be watching this. He'll probably have to mark his whole entire channel 18 plus, meaning he's gonna get 0 ads almost on anything he posts up here. So this guy is probably gonna get hit big time because of that, and that's a lot of the channels. If your channel is adult based, well, everything you mark 18 plus is gonna get demonetized right away. So you're not gonna get any money at all. So that's another big thing here. And we have this guy right here, my favorite, Junk Bricks. He's gonna get hit hard, huge, with this forced demonetization of anything that is kids based. And he can't even do anymore video reviews of sets because he's not going to get paid for them. Not because he can't do it, he can do them, but he's not going to get paid on almost any of those videos. Well, he's going to wait. He's probably going to wait and see what happens. Most than likely, after a while, he might actually consider going back to doing that stuff, but he has to move to adult-like content because that's the stuff that's going to get him the money. So if he's talking about, he has to go through every single video and figure out if this kids, if it is not. You gotta hire a lawyer. You gotta go through, show the lawyer every single video. This is outrageous. For some big channels like this, it's gonna cost them thousands of dollars to go through every single video and figure out if illegally they actually are compliant with COPPA. Now, some channels are gonna go and get totally destroyed, and there's so many channels here. And it is pretty sad that some of those channels that we have here are gonna no longer be on YouTube very soon. In fact, this guy right here, this guy is big. He has almost 4 million subscribers. He is gonna get out of YouTube, period. He probably is gonna set all his videos to 18 plus. He's not gonna get any money anymore for almost anything. And because of that, he's just gonna go ahead and shut down basically his channel and move to his own platform. And the reason for that is the COPPA Act. Pretty simple as that. And not only his channel, lots of channels on YouTube, lots of channels are shutting down. So basically, if you type in #COPPA, you're gonna see the following. Lots of channels are just gonna get shut down, and you can see it from individual channels, people who don't even care about this topic. You can see what they say about this. Anime channels, animation channels, Lego channels, all those channels. You can see right here, this is probably my last video. This is the end of this channel. Another channel shutting down, and you can see lots of channels just sporadically getting out of the kids business or anything related to kids, and not even on purpose are targeting kids. This is sad because so many kids are watching YouTube and no longer will be able to watch their favorite shows or channels. They have to go now to paid TV, to cable, to Disney online, to the Disney app. And that's the only way they'll get their entertainment right now because of this rule. But there is something that you can do right now. If you are totally disgusted by this and you want to do something, you can go ahead and make your voice heard. You can let them know. Go ahead, go to the regulations.gov. There's going to be a link right down below. And you can enter right here and you can tell the FCC what you think, the Federal Trade Commission, FTC actually. And let them know what you think of this rule, how it's going to impact you, And how many of your favorite channels are no longer gonna be on YouTube because of this? It is sad, but at least you can try. Post down your comments, let them know, put your own information over here, and hopefully they will listen if they have and they see thousands of different comments complaining about this. Hopefully something will be done and they're gonna reform this act so it's gonna be more child friendly.